Hi, my name is Deepthi. Today, we are going to learn about the safe use of tools and equipment used in the trade.
At the end of this demonstration, you will be able to identify the safety points while using the fitter trade tools and equipment. Tools required: steel rule, file, dot punch, cold chisel, drill bit. Now, let's have a look at all the tools in detail. Steel rule. A steel rule is a flat, straight measuring tool made of steel that is used to take linear measurements. Steel rules come in various lengths with measurements marked in inches, millimeters, or both. They are typically used in metalworking and other trades where precise measurements are required. Here are some precautions to follow while using a steel rule. Always handle steel rules carefully to avoid bending or damaging them. Keep the steel rule clean and free of dirt, debris, and moisture to prevent rusting. Place the steel rule on a flat and even surface while taking measurements to ensure accuracy. Avoid placing excessive force or pressure on the steel rule as it can cause it to bend or break. Use the correct unit of measurement while taking measurements and ensure that the scale is read from the correct end. File. A fitter file is a type of hand file used in metalworking and fitting applications. It is typically rectangular in shape with two flat and two rounded edges and has a coarse single-cut tooth pattern. The fitter file is designed to remove material quickly and efficiently and is often used to shape and smooth metal parts or to remove excess material from edges or surfaces. It is commonly used by fitters, machinists, and metalworkers. For general-purpose filing work. Some precautions to be followed while using a fitter file are: use the file only on the material for which it is intended, and do not use excessive force. Hold the file securely with both hands, keeping fingers and hands clear of the cutting surface. Ensure that the workpiece is securely clamped or otherwise held in place to avoid slipping or movement. Dot punch is a type of hand tool used to mark or create small indentations or dots on metal surfaces. It is a small, pointed tool made of hardened steel and is often used by metal workers, machinists, and mechanics to create small guide marks or to make center marks for drilling or other machining operations. The dot punch is typically held with one hand and struck with a hammer to create a small indentation on the surface of the metal. Here are some precautions to follow while using a dot punch. Use the dot punch only on materials that can withstand the force of the impact without cracking or deforming. Hold the workpiece securely and ensure that it will not move or slip during the marking operation. Choose the appropriate size and shape of dot punch for the job Wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses to protect your eyes from flying debris. Use a hammer that is properly sized and weighted for the dot punch to avoid damaging the tool or the workpiece. Cold chisel. A cold chisel is a hand tool used for cutting and shaping metal and other hard materials. It is made of hardened steel and has a beveled cutting edge that is used to cut or chip away at the material being worked on. The cold chisel is often used by metal workers, mechanics, and machinists for a variety of cutting, shaping, and chiseling tasks. Here are some precautions to follow while using a cold chisel. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses, gloves, and hearing protection. Choose the appropriate size and shape of cold chisel for the job at hand, keeping fingers and hands clear of the cutting edge. Use a hammer that is properly sized and weighted for the cold chisel to avoid damaging the tool or the workpiece. Direct the cold chisel away from yourself and other people while striking it with a hammer. Place the workpiece on a sturdy surface or workbench and ensure that it is securely held in place to avoid movement or slipping during the cutting or chiseling operation. Avoid using excessive force. Drill bit. A drill bit is a cutting tool that is attached to a drill and used to create holes in various materials including wood, metal, and plastic. It typically consists of a cylindrical shank that fits into the drill chuck and a pointed end with one or more spiraled flutes or grooves that help to remove material from the hole being drilled. Here are some precautions to follow while using a drill bit. Choose the appropriate size and type of drill bit for the material and size of the hole to be drilled. Wear appropriate personal protective equipment such as safety glasses and hearing protection. Securely clamp or hold the workpiece in place to prevent movement or slipping during the drilling operation. And keep fingers and hands clear of the drill bit and chuck. Start drilling at a low speed and gradually increase the speed to the appropriate level for the material being drilled.
Let's have a recap of what we have learned today. We have learned to identify the safety points while using the fitter trade tools and equipment. Thus, we have learned the importance of trade training, list of tools and machinery. Hope you have a clear understanding on this. Do this exercise with the help of your instructor. Thank you.